Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Not So Late Night live stream show with your hosts, Jimmy Degenerate and Ian Pearson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jimmy Degenerate and Ian Pearson. Woo! Woo! Thank you, Shoulder Matrix.
See, it's the whole show.
Our wonderful audience.
We would be nowhere without the audience.
You got to win a contest to get in our audience.
So, anyways, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to become a Southsider.
Yeah, I know. You're moving to the neighborhood. I'm excited about that.
Not your neighborhood, the scary one to the south of it.
It's not even that scary.
No, it's not that bad.
Canaryville's fine.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to move close, too. I'm going to have a smoking buddy.
I'll go from a 30-minute drive to a 10-minute drive.
To work?
No,
Oh, yeah.
to you. Well, to work, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, because
work
you take
is the
290 now.
Work now will be the opposite. I'll go from a 10-minute drive to a 30-minute drive. But I don't mind commutes.
No,
So,
but 290 is going to be easy to get to.
I don't fuck with 290 and I-90 when I drive.
To go to school?
To go
Or
anywhere.
to go to work?
Anywhere in the city, 9 times out of 10, I'll avoid highways because it only saves you a couple of minutes, and I'd just rather not deal with the stress.
Bro, it could save you a lot of minutes.
Depends on the time of day. I mean, if it saves more than like 5 minutes, I'll take the highway.
I mean, I could literally show you the side streets to take so you avoid the jam up on.
See, that's not the highway, though.
290 and 94. But all you have to do is instead of getting on right here at 35th, you just like take Union and hop on at 18th. And that way you won't have to sit in any of that traffic. And you literally pull into the 290 exit lane. You have no traffic whatsoever.
If there's no traffic, I'll take it.
It's beautiful.
But like, if I'm only saving like 5 minutes, I'll always go no highway.
I feel like you're going to need the highway. But
I'm not anti-highway.
I mean, I don't know how far Garfield Park is from here though, because I never go there.
From here, it's about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. How many trees do you have there, by the way?
Well over 1,000.
I've been meeting a lot of people from Garfield Park now.
Really?
They've been popping up on the north side.
Yeah, I hear.
Going at, I don't know if that's a big trek to be going.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a neat spot.
So you're moving in June, and you're going to be at that 5 minutes.
No, it's just
It's just a penis.
Nate's being
Okay.
a dick.
He did that last time when, yeah, he did that last
Well, I remember. Oh, you know what? I think your cards might be under my suspenders, right there in that little cubby.
I handled it.
Well, I found a bunch of numbered
They're
ones.
cubby cards now.
They're cubby cards.
Cubby cards.
So yeah, it's gonna be dope when you move to the neighborhood. We're gonna be fucking chilling all the time, bro.
We'll be real friends.
I'm gonna be standing outside your house all the time.
Little boom box.
Tail back.
That's exactly what I want to do.
He's gonna hold it above, like under your window.
Speaking of boom boxes, so apparently during COVID, my dad started a project where he's just trying to build an epic stereo sound system.
That's a good project.
So he took all of his like giant stereo equipment that he uses for like outdoor festivals and stuff, and he made a couple of like setups where there's it's a speaker with a horn, and then he's got a horn on top of it, and then a horn on top of that, and he has 3 or 4 power amps powering each different part of it. So the amps that no, it's in the garage.
Okay.
It's in the
But
garage.
indoors.
It wouldn't fit in the basement. My grandma wouldn't allow that. But yeah, so he's got like one preamp set up to the big speakers. He has a preamp set up to the horns. Then he has another preamp set up to the top horns, and he just bought a new tube preamp so he could use the preamp for the 2 top horns that he has to power his subwoofer, so he could use this one to power the 2.
Now, when he's turning his volume up, does he ever go past 4?
I mean, honestly, it all depends on what he's listening to because the different mixes of songs. But like, he played some music through it today, and like,
That was good.
oh, bro, it sounds like really good. Like really good. Like it's super crisp. You can hear every instrument. It's just so clean. The tone is amazing, and
You
like
hear the saxophone and the
what
songs.
he put on like Everlast. What is it? What's that song they had?
Oh, that.
What It's Like or whatever.
Yeah.
That acoustic guitar literally sounded like someone was playing acoustic
That's
in front
pretty
of me.
cool.
Like the crispness of all of it is pretty dope. He like pulled out like preamps from these random speakers he got from the 50s and 60s, and he like remodulated them and put new tubes in them and everything. Sweet. I know, it's really funny. It's such a waste that it's in his garage though.
I hook it up to his TV.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome. I didn't even think of that.
Watch rom-coms all night.
Only if it's what's his name?
Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart.
I've never seen Just Friends.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fine.
You know
I mean,
you know
it
what?
might be a stretch, but you won't feel like you're wasting your time after watching.
You know what rom-com I honestly really love?
I do.
Fucking Failure to Launch.
I knew you would say that.
It's a good rom-com.
That actually is a really good movie, only because it was Matthew McConaughey.
Well, no. So do you know
I
Matthew
mean, I
McConaughey?
read his recent book, so that guy's like, he's killing it right now.
Do you know that Matthew McConaughey was originally typecast for rom-coms, and he didn't mind for a while, but then they were like, he was like, oh, I want to do something else.
I'll be with
And-
Jennifer Lopez, of course. Why
Well,
not?
he was like,
of
it's so
course.
cool, and then he's like, I want
Yeah.
to try something
He could
else,
pick up
and his
Fred
manager
Durst
was
and
like, oh no, we don't want
Who
to
was
put
the
you in
girl
anything
in that?
else.
Who was the girl in that?
Failure to Launch.
Yeah, who was that?
It's
was
what-
it
Sarah
Kate
Michelle
Hudson?
Gellar.
Oh, no, it was
Buffy's
Kate
own
Hudson. It
Sarah
was
Michelle.
No, it's
Gellar.
what? No, who's in Sex and the City?
Kate Hudson
Sarah
was,
Jessica Parker.
Sarah
Is
Jessica
it?
Parker.
Is
That's
it?
what it was. It
It
was
was
Sarah
10
Jessica
days.
Parker.
No, that was the Family Stone.
No, that's the one with Failure to Launch.
Oh, she was in the Family Stone.
She
Also was in that.
But anyways, yeah. So he was typecast, and he was like,
see.
I want to try some other things, and his manager was
That's
like,
right.
no. And he's like, all right, cool. So we just turned down every script that was given to
Yeah,
him.
you're right. It is
And-
SJP. Zoe
and-
Deschanel.
And at
that's what
one
I'm
point in
thinking.
time, they offered him like
Kathy
$15 million to do a rom-com. They
Is
specifically
Terry
wrote
Bradshaw
just
alive
for
still?
him.
He's alive.
He absolutely refused
He's
it.
a
They
football
offered him
player,
like
isn't he?
$20 million. He refused it. And the movie was never made because Matthew McConaughey wouldn't be in it.
There's so many good people
I don't know.
in
It's
this
a movie they
too.
wrote specifically for Matthew McConaughey that was a rom-com. And because he was being boxed in and no one let him do anything else, he said no. So that movie has never been made, hasn't even been titled, and it's just sitting on a shelf somewhere.
It sounds like a Kevin Smith movie.
It's just shelved somewhere. No one will know.
Ugh.
No one knows its whereabouts, like the Holy Grail.
So how have things been since you come back from your last assignment from Ghostwatch? Because you've been on a lot of assignments recently for Ghostwatch.
I feel parts of my soul just stripping away.
I feel like that might
Like,
be the case. Have
Do you know
brought-
what's involved, like in Harry Potter, when Voldemort makes the Horcruxes?
No, not at all.
He splits his soul into pieces. Every time I cross over, it's just, I lose a little bit of myself.
Yeah, I can see that. You bring a thing back with you.
Maybe. This goddamn limp.
Oh yeah, how is your? Didn't you get special shoes or didn't
Oh,
they
my
do some-
prescription feet?
Yeah, your prescription feet.
Oh, they're great. They hurt like hell sometimes, but I'm like realigning myself.
Has your body adjusted to you not having to overcompensate on one side?
No, but it's getting better.
Ian, we're gonna do a shot of your feet real quick. Let's like show the.
Take your shoes and socks off and spread them out for the freaks out there that'll match
I
your
like how
butts.
we have like your socks.
Do we have
and
any
his
ground
shoes.
beef that we can?
You can mush in it. You can step in some egg and feather.
Yeah, egg, that's a good band name. Egg and Feather.
Egg and feather.
I
That
play
is a
an
good
Egg
band
and
name.
Feather.
I was talking to someone who had a really great band name. I completely forgot it, and I wish I wrote it down. Rush. Oh, Rush is so great. Have you heard any of their solo projects?
No, Alex Lifeson just came out with something. Though.
He's also been like guest spotting on other people's albums.
Mhm. I saw that as well. I haven't heard anything he's done.
The Sword.
The Sword.
I miss that show so much.
That guy was the best part of that show.
I wish that show was longer, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it ended way too soon.
Yeah, it did. Like that hour and a half went by way too fast.
I was expecting more Rush. To be
I was
entirely-
expecting
like,
a shitload
all right,
more Rush.
I don't want to be have too many expectations because seeing Primus do an entire Rush album is awesome. But I
they-
was kind of surprised they didn't do Spirit of Radio.
or like YYZ,
Yeah, that would have been.
because like those are songs that they already do play.
They used to sound check for Spirit of Radio.
Yeah.
There's a video of them playing at some bar in like the early 90s or the 80s, and they use Spirit Radio as their sound check.
That's awesome. I know that YYZ is how they opened their very first album.
Suck
Not,
on this.
yeah, the one that's the
Got the
li-
baby bottle.
the
on it.
live
Frizzle
college-
Fry.
No. So they did a live album on a college campus, and that's technically their first CD before Frizzle Fry, and it has a combination of Frizzle Fry songs and what Sailing the Sea.
Yeah.
I think
Sea of
Sailing
Cheese.
the Sea
Frizzle
came
Fry
out-
starts with that live show. Yeah. And then it cuts real quick.
But
So,
there
like,
is a whole live
But that
album
live
for
show
it.
is literally how they started, and they go. I don't remember what they go into, but they go into
Defy the laws of tradition.
That's what it is. See, Nick, where would I be without you?
There's a two peas in a pod.
2 peas in a Tide Pod.
What's a time pod?
A Tide
Tide
Pod.
Pod.
Oh, a Tide Pod.
Yeah, remember?
I thought you said time pod. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
I imagine it's some sort of time machine now.
Kids
start a
don't,
new
kids
TikTok trend.
don't eat.
We should start all the TikTok trends.
Let's just get a bunch of Tootsie Rolls and put them in a mold and make the trend to eat shit. We'll just eat a ton of shit on TikTok.
And that's all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta
100%
go.
down.
That's a show,
Can we-
right?
Can we like melt it on the sidewalk first and just have us like, just pick it up?
Like the pool scene in Caddyshack. Like drain the pool and
Oh my
Mary just eats it.
Yeah. Isn't it a candy bar though in Caddyshack?
Yeah, it's like a Snickers or a
Yeah.
Milky Way or something like that.
Do you actually know that 100% of Bill Murray in that movie is all improv?
I did know that.
Isn't that crazy?
Really?
Yeah, he had no script or no
God.
lines. Everything Bill Murray did was like 100% improv.
That's good. Bill Murray is cool.
Bill Murray is cool. I need to see
Yeah.
Meatballs. I've never seen Meatballs, and I've always wanted to see Meatballs.
I just like actors.
I would
that-
like to get to Reddit questions.
I like actors that are like very self-deprecating. That's always a
Self-deprecating.
plus for me. Yeah, I like people that can shit on themselves.
I mean, it takes a lot of skill.
I mean,
You shit your
I think
pants.
it's just I think it's just perspective, I guess.
Anyone can shit their pants. Only a special person can shit on the ceiling.
Oh my god! You know what I just thought of?
Shitting
No,
on
I
the
think
ceiling.
you-
Yeah. Okay. So,
Time
do
to
you
do-
remember? Do you remember Rotten.com
I do
and
remember Rotten.
pool shits or whatever?
I don't remember pool shit.
It was like this woman basically standing on her head in a tub, and she was shitting
Oh,
diarrhea.
Tub Girl.
Yeah, Tub Girl.
Tub girl.
So
what
he
is
said
that?
shitting on the ceiling, and I immediately that image just unlocked memory.
Oh yeah,
I
Tub
know
Girl
that
is great.
one.
Have you seen Cake Farts?
I know all about cake farts from you.
No.
Oh, I showed you Cake Farts. I know what you want.
Cake
Oh my! I'm looking at the picture right now.
For
This
Cake
can't be
Farts
real.
or Tub
for
Girl?
cake farts.
No,
or
the tub girl. This
Cake
can't be
Farts
it.
is pretty.
Can you show it?
I'm trying to find it.
Can
Is
you
there a
show
way
it
you
on
could
the
pop
screen?
that up?
No, it just says
No.
girl sitting in a bathtub. I don't know. I don't know which one. What is it?
Oh, you'll know
specifically?
which
Oh,
one. is
you'll
Tub
know.
Girl.
She's literally diarrheaing a fountain in her mouth.
She's more butthole than woman.
I'm looking at images. It's not coming up. Maybe it's too.
Do Tub Girl.
Maybe they took.
NSFW.
Maybe they removed it from.
Do like Tub Girl and type in fucking Rotten.com.
I mean, there
Don't
was
do
2 girls in 1 cup. I don't want to.
While you're looking, check out the
I don't
Lemon
wanna see
Party.
Don't do that, Megan.
Nate's advising me not to do that. So
Citrus.
I'm not.
So
gonna
I
do it.
Citrus
almost-
Festival.
I almost got my old
My
boss
curiosity got the best. of me.
to research boofing.
Yeah.
So he had a suggestion box outside of his office for anything we wanted to recommend. So I would just drop in the most randomest shit. Do you remember Xavier Renegade Angel?
I do.
So I dropped in what doth life, and he wrote like literally a paragraph about the concept of life and like what people's views are and stuff like that. And then I was like,
Turns out he's incredibly sexist.
and I dropped in a note that said to boof or not to boof, and he read it. And he was with another manager, and he was like, "What's boofing?" And
Oh,
Aaron's like, "You don't know what boofing is?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Look it up." And he starts to look it up on his computer, and Aaron just like immediately stops. And he's like, "Don't look that up on your work computer."
We have to delete that if you die.
The children love boofing.
Oh, they've been boofing for decades.
I think it's probably the first decade of boofing. Well, I mean,
People have been shoving.
How do
stuff
you-
up their
people
butt
have
for
been
years.
shoving stuff in
How
their
do you
anus
spell
for
that?
years.
How do you spell
Boof?
that?
BOOF.
Yeah, I believe it's
It's
BOOF.
not PH. Okay.
No,
No,
that's not what
it's-
he is.
BOO.
I'm not looking it up. I'm just typing
If
it.
you don't know what boofing is, it's when you ingest drugs or alcohol in your anal cavity.
We have to share.
Well, if it's alcohol, I thought that was called butt chugging.
I mean, tomato.
I guess. Back in my day, they called
I'll
it
look at
plugging.
Brimhole.
Plugging.
I don't know.
I like that a lot
When you
better.
do ecstasy, you plug.
I like that. Anyways,
Never plugged.
our producer wants us to answer some Reddit questions.
I do.
What have you got for us?
So, for those who are uninitiated, this is the segment where we go to the website known as Reddit, go to a subreddit called Ask Reddit, and we pose these questions to James and Ian.
Ooh.
This one comes from Con Air 1610
Love it.
57. For people who grew up with little money, what always felt like a luxury?
Where is it?
For people who grew up with little money, what always felt like a luxury? Now, it's not because, yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
It's just the first one I saw, team.
Lucky for you, I grew up with little money.
Yeah, like 100%. Yeah.
Thank God.
They're saying what a luxury be for you. if you grew up with
Getting
little money.
anything new.
Anything?
Anything that was new. Because I would get hand-me-downs from family friends or family members, clothes, toys, all that shit. Getting something brand new in a package was just like tops for me. In fact, it's carried over into my adult life. My PlayStation 4 is the first thing I've ever bought that was a brand new system, and I didn't even care how expensive it was. It was the first week it came out, and I'm like, I'm buying it. And everyone's like, wait a year when it drops. And I'm like, no. I've never had something new off the line
Wait until it
directly.
drops.
We always waited until the next Christmas.
Bro, I got a PlayStation 1 when PlayStation 2 was like 3-4 years into it. Okay, so like when PlayStation 4 came out, I was like, I'm getting a new
I'm not
PlayStation,
waiting.
3 controllers, 2 video games right out the gate.
You were the man. You felt like the man.
I did, and I loved it.
I still tell people I'm like Jimmy's fancy, man. You like nice stuff, and you're willing to drop shit out. You want to get it.
I do.
Right away. But
'Cause
that's, you're like a good consumer though, because you know what you want. You're not gonna just buy anything.
Oh, I try to research. I try to find something that's quality and like
Works for
affordable.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to just drop a bunch of money on something expensive.
No, don't get it because everyone has it. Get it because
Exactly.
it's for you. You really, really want it. You're hungry for it. Get it.
Ian,
Hungry, aren't you?
Ian, same question.
Same question.
Yeah.
All right. I have an answer to this. It's a little more homey, and I'll take it. I tie it to a story from Dwight as well. One of my favorite things to do as a kid was we would play hide and seek in the dark. It was so much fun. All the lights would be off, and we'd light candles, and then just play hide and seek throughout the house in the dark. Well, I found this out in my older years. We always play hide and seek in the dark when my parents couldn't pay the electric bill, and they didn't want us to know that they couldn't pay the electric
So
bill.
you just played hide and seek in the dark?
Yeah.
So having electricity is a luxury?
It is. It was a luxury when it was created. It's a luxury now.
Fair enough.
You still gotta pay for that shit.
I mean, I guess there are countries that don't
that
have
should be free,
that
man.
electricity.
That should
I
be
guess
free. Gas
For
and
what
fucking
it's worth,
electricity.
I
should be
think
free.
consistently for at least the last 20 years, we have had electricity in the Pearson home.
That's a long ass time,
interruptions.
actually. Okay, so we have a former guest that was on the show that is saying, "Oh my lord!" It's his comment. Jacob Pita.
Oh,
hello, Jacob.
Yeah.
We love you.
He's also commenting, play hide and seek with a deaf person.
Yeah.
No, we should play Ollie Ollie Oxenfree with
yeah. Marco Polo or something.
After Jacob was here, we have been fast friends. He always texts me like fun things or comments.
The dude's
really
awesome.
fun comments. He like blows up my Instagram, which is awesome. I'm just like, it makes me feel good.
I actually want to work out a day where I hit an open mic with him and start doing stand up again.
He said, "Hey!"
Shout out to the Jacob Pita.
Shout out Jacob Pita. Yeah, we love you. I like your avatar, by the way. They're showing his avatar for Facebook. It's pretty.
Okay, now here's a personal question, gentlemen. This is from user Just Some Bot. What's your
collecting information for Russia?
Yes. What is your favorite insult?
You can go first since I went first.
Oh, I'm a fan of asshat.
Asshat.
I'm a fan of asshat, but I like.
Or
favorite what?
I like.
Now hold on.
What's your favorite what?
Now make this Facebook appropriate, everybody. Now come on, nothing too raunchy. Asshat's pretty up there.
I like calling people mooks.
Well, insult.
Yeah, a mook.
I
like calling people mooks.
What about Bozo?
Or I
Bozo's
like
a good
calling
one.
people fucking what is it? Fuck. What I call people at work all the time. I do. I call my coworkers all the time. I can't even remember right now, but I love calling people mooks.
You work in the service
Bozo.
industry.
I like
you call
Bozo.
people something all the time.
Bozo always works. Bozo is always fun. Dickhole is fun.
All right.
You dickhole.
All right. Here's a lighthearted one from
Chooch.
Chooch.
I love calling people a
That's
fucking
old
chooch.
school.
Yeah, it is, right?
Jesus.
You fucking chooch.
Wow. All right. So here's a lighthearted one from the opposite end of the spectrum. From user Grouchy Trip 9582.
Grouchy Trip?
Yeah.
The fuck?
It kind of doesn't matter.
It's always good as Con Air.
What animal would you wish to be if you could choose?
That's actually a pretty good one.
I would probably be like an alley cat.
I mean, the cat.
Yeah.
Any particular alley that you would want to be a cat in?
You know what? I would probably say Logan Square or like Humboldt Park.
Be an Evanston alley cat.
I mean, but there's always
They're the
alley cats
Aristocats,
in those
if you will.
neighborhoods, and they're always like pretty dope. People feed them, and friendly. They meow and come up to you when they want pets.
Oh, they love pets.
A hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. Any particular reason why?
Because they're fucking scary as fuck.
Mhm.
They're evil.
Mhm.
They're mean as fuck
They're,
too.
they
they're
are.
fast.
They're
too.
like mean. You know they're related to whales.
Yeah.
That's
What are-
crazy. Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus?
Yeah.
They're really dangerous, man. They're like fucking bosses.
When I got
Do you know that
When I got to work at
hippopotamus
the
don't know
zoo.
how to swim?
What do you mean? They live in the water. They like
No,
pretty
so
much-
they can
well, they just
hold,
lay in wait, then they chop
they
with their
can
mouth.
hold their breath for extended amounts of time.
So they can like almost sleep in the water.
when they
but
go,
can't.
do. They
They're like
they
alligators,
literally
yeah.
sleep in the
Why wouldn't
water.
they be closer to
I think they
alligators
can
then?
still swim, but they will. They'll sink to the bottom.
And they walk.
Why do you
and they
think,
walk
why do
on
you
the
think
bottom,
their
yeah.
nose is so big?
They'll sink to the bottom and walk, but they can hold their breath.
Yeah,
they can literally take
they have
like
a little tiny hole and a big snout. They
they
probably
can like
retain
take a
it.
20,
Yeah.
30-minute nap
I guarantee you
underwater,
they
and
retain oxygen
they
in there.
while they're asleep, they will float to the top, take a breath of air, and float down. Like while
So that's why
they're
they're like
asleep.
whales then, because
Yeah.
whales do the same
Well,
thing.
they are related to them.
But whales don't whales have? No, it's only dolphins that have blowholes, right?
Whales have
whales.
blowholes.
They have it too?
Yeah.
So like the dolphins have babies. They don't. They don't.
Well,
no, well,
whales
do
have
too.
babies too.
So wait, do hippopotami have babies? They're mammals,
Yeah,
right?
they have,
Okay.
yeah, they have babies.
So this
They all have
so they're
live
kind
young.
of like
They're
a,
actually a genetic
so they're
experiment
like-
where they're constantly cloned.
they're like a land whale.
They are,
They're like it's weird.
which is funny because the first incarnation of
I
a
never
whale
really
was
thought
a
of them that
land-dwelling
way.
creature.
I
It was
never
real
thought of
similar
it.
to like a dog.
I
Yeah,
just know that they have really flat teeth, and if they bite down on you, it still hurt.
they're like
like
violent.
crush
They
your
have like
butt.
full on tusks.
Yeah, it would like crush you, like
Well, yeah.
crush.
And because the
Ugh.
teeth are all like not sharp, it would hurt significantly.
They'd be like, yeah, it'd be like someone's hitting you with a hammer, like 10 times or 100 times. Yikes.
I think we have time for one more
We
from
got fucking
our
all night.
Ask Reddit. Well, I'm just trying to. Anyways,
It's barely a clock.
all right, and that's true. It is barely o'clock. This is
Barely
from
o'clock.
user Rocks of Iron. What do you admire most about the opposite sex? We'll start with Ian this time.
Yeah.
Want to put me on the spot.
Well,
Yep.
I went first last time.
But
do
you know,
I
if we're
admire?
What
gonna
do
be
you
a-
admire
if we're
about
gonna
the?
be in a PC culture, what's the opposite?
What do you admire about the opposite sex?
It could be all the sexy.
I mean, a number.
It could be a number. What do you admire most in a human? How about that?
No. Well,
No,
Oh,
I'm
no, I
fine
mean,
with
it could be
answering,
ladies. If you like the
the
ladies, then yeah,
opposite
do it.
sex, because I'm not
Oh, wait.
attracted to things that aren't women or people that aren't women.
wow.
I guess they're not things, but
Yeah.
you know, hey, it's hard.
Men
I
are-
adapt.
Men are
You're good,
things.
you're good,
Men are-
you're
saying
good.
That, you're saying that men are things.
Yeah.
We're all things. Right?
Sure. Yeah. In a
I
literal
admire
sense, I'd
that
say
women
so.
are not things.
Okay. That's,
I one day hope to not be.
We're all
an
matter.
object.
We're all matter. We're all.
We all are matter.
Yeah.
Therefore, we all matter.
very true. All right, so that's what you admire most about the opposite sex is that they
Except
are
they are
not.
genders don't matter.
All right, Jimmy the General.
I admire the fact that they can stack and or have multiple orgasms. And I'm super jealous of that.
Men can't have multiple orgasms? I guess they can.
I mean, I've only ever like been able to come twice in a row on 2 occasions of my entire life.
And like, doesn't all the blood just like leave your brain? So you have to like, take a break
Your
after
brain
it.
deflates.
Yeah.
Like
Your brain just isn't working.
Like a deflating
So
balloon.
you have to like recharge.
Yeah.
Start over. You're like, "Day girl, get off, okay? I gotta rest."
That's what I tell her.
Nap.
That's what I tell her. Money's on the nightstand.
Like, I need money to eat or something.
They're
like, "I'm sorry. Here's some money.
She can stay if she wants, but I'm going to bed.
You can make yourself some food. It's fine."
Let's do another one. Let's do one more. Let's even it
Oh,
out.
you want to do one more? You
Do
want to
one
do one
more.
more? Okay, sure. Sorry.
Wait, Jacob Peter said, "If you came, does that mean you go?" Oh my god.
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes. Dad jokes.
I hope the closed captioning is accurate for him.
I didn't even put the last Reddit user's name because that was a stupid name. Some of these Reddit names are really dumb.
Hey, don't judge.
I like that just some bot. That's really good.
I thought the Con Air one was like awesome.
All right. So here is one from user Ral365. What fictional food or drink would you like to try in real life?
The blue food from Star Trek.
He was ready
The blue-
for that one.
The blue what?
The blue food.
Mhm.
Star Trek.
Go
The
on.
original series.
Go on.
I don't know what it is. It's just blue food. You see them eating it. They never talk about it. They never bring it up. They're just having their Star Trek conversation. Someone picks up a blue piece of food and then eats it. And I'm like, I want blue food.
You know
Where's
that's just
blue food?
recycled food.
Actually, I think it's dyed cantaloupe, honestly. But I want to try that blue food. I want to know what blue food is. There is no blue food. There's no blueberries. Blueberries are purple.
Blueberries are blue.
Blueberries are purple, bro.
Blueberries
They're dark blue.
They're, if anything,
but
they're like a
also-
navy or a royal
But
blue
also
or
in
something.
Charlie and the
That's
Chocolate
still
Factory,
blue.
isn't
But I
she-
want like a blue. I want like your fucking jeans blue food.
You
You know
went
what I
neon
mean?
blue.
Jeans blue.
Yeah. What about you? What fictional food do you want to try? What about the blue milk from Star Wars?
I mean, I would try that. That gets the honorable mention because I'm sure it just tastes like horchata or something.
I feel like honestly,
But,
I feel like it'd be savory.
It tastes like a milky Pepsi Blue.
It's like Crystal Pepsi.
Well, you gotta think about it. People who are on a desert planet would like drink this at dinner. You know what I mean? Like the Skywalker compound drank that at dinner.
It's
So
probably
maybe
just-
it's really thin.
You know what the
like,
blue
and very
stuff is? It's
hydrated.
probably just alien blood. That's what they're probably drinking.
They're just being.
I mean,
That's
the
what
opposite of
Skywalker
that was what
translates
they
to
on
in
the
the
Matrix.
language. Yeah, I would.
What about you?
I would eat just because it's the first food that comes to mind. I'm reading The Dark Tower right now, and they eat these naturally growing muffin balls, and it gives you like crazy realistic dreams.
Like it's just muffins that grow.
Kind of, they're like little balls of bread that just grow like on the ends of flowers.
That sounds fucking cool.
Think of like a cotton plume.
But yeah,
or
but it's like a little
dandelion
muffin.
thing, but
Yeah.
it's a muffin.
I would eat the shit out of that.
Jacob Pita is bringing up that Vulcan blood is blue,
Vulcan blood is blue. No, it's
What
green.
did I
It's
tell
green.
you?
Sorry. Vulcan
What
blood
did
is
I tell
green.
you?
green.
Green.
No, it's also blue because in the Guardians of the Galaxy,
There's no
She-
Vulcans.
Well, Vulcan.
no,
Vulcan.
she's
Vulcans are
part
from
of
Star
the.
Trek.
No, I know, but she's part of that like similar planet or whatever.
Vulcan
Anyway.
blood is green. Klingon
He
blood
said.
is
He said
pink.
no. He said that's the fifth element.
And
Horseshoe
He
crab
said that's
blood
the
is
fifth
blue.
element. The fifth element.
oh yeah, that one
Yeah.
in the Fifth Element has blue blood.
Yeah.
And what is it?
I want
There's an
Unreal.
alien race that has blue blood in Star Trek. I
The
can't
horseshoe
remember their
crab.
name. They're the ones that have those antennas and shit. Andorians.
Andorians,
have
yeah.
blue blood.
Yep, that makes sense. But I mean, you also see a lot of blue aliens in movies. And
So
shit anyway.
the moment you've been waiting for is our first and only guest to ever appear on the show twice.
Fuck.
In a season and a half.
1.3 repeating seasons.
Is tonight's guest is Winkilla.
Ow!
Yeah.
So, How you been since the last time?
We're
I
not
saw
done
you?
clapping. Right. Been all right, bro. Been all right.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
What's been on?
Not much, man. Honestly,
Now Winkilla.
honestly, I had a really fucking busy day. We got home last night at like 2 in the morning, and this morning I literally had to fucking.
I have a fix for that.
When I had to go to my mechanic at like 8 in the fucking morning. I had to drive to my dad's. Right, it really sucks getting like 6 hours of fucking sleep.
How you did though?
Oh, he's doing pretty good. And then I had to like drive over to my friend's place to fucking pick something up. I just fucking been up all fucking day, and then I couldn't take a nap when I got home because fucking People's Gas was replacing our gas lines in the building, so I didn't be up for them to fucking restart my pilot lights and shit. What's going on here? Tavares likes to air a show while we're airing our show.
You're missing the star. I didn't make it over here last time.
Do we want to do it with the tripod?
Yeah, grab it. It should be right there
I'll
with the
play
cell
that for
phone.
you.
thing.
What do you? There you go.
Give me a
Snapchat.
phone.
You don't need both.
Ooh,
Oh, which one? This one,
Yeah,
right?
one with the cell phone.
that's where we cut our teeth.
We did this last time you were here. We
Yeah.
got some really good shots.
Actually,
and
last
really
time he was here,
slow
we hooked
too.
up his phone to our thing, so we had two
I saw
cameras to
that.
cut
I
to.
can do that. Yeah.
From the other side.
Yeah.
I was watching.
That's right, you were.
Yeah,
From
leaving parts of my soul behind, just chipping away like old ice.
You just gotta like
face
kind of
the
like do
mountain.
it from the middle.
How do we open?
Like you gotta like,
Oh, just pull it down.
yeah, but
Gotcha.
like if you don't do them together, it like it's a dick about it. You know what I mean?
We don't want to have that. I think we did it last time. Did we do it on your Facebook? He has it. No, you have. Well, do you want to put it on the show, or do you want to just do it on you?
We do it on both.
Oh, do it which way?
Like, do you want to have it as
we
a
had to go to the
secondary
show,
camera, or do
yeah.
you want it to like live stream?
Well,
You
that
want
could
to
be
live
a,
stream
that
yourself
could be
on
a
your own
various
thing?
exclusive. I mean, which way? Like, I wanted to be like.
You want to go on
What
the
do you
show?
meant like last time?
I want to go on the show.
We can have two
We got
shows
you, we
within
got you.
one. We'll have shows within
Oh, I
shows
remember now
within
what
shows.
Yeah, we have to like
Yeah.
go to it. So I'm just gonna take this first.
That's cool. She's gonna play around with that, and then
Production
you're
is
gonna
working
catch
on
your
up.
files and your internet history.
We're gonna look at
So
all your passwords.
Jacob Peter's very impressed that it's taking 3 people to set up a tripod.
Right?
He's very impressed.
It's called a tripod, not a bipod.
Jacob Peter, he was on the
Jacob,
show.
what's up, bro?
He was actually a comedian that we had on last week. He's a deaf comedian. The dude's filled with stories. Really great. He's from, I believe he said upstate New York, was it? Was it New York?
Anyways,
Stand up, New York. There's no New York like upstate New York. Stand up, New York.
Anyways, you've been on the show before, so you know the first question is, what do you love most about Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage. How you saw? That's the right answer.
I love that
There's
that's
only one
everyone's
answer,
go-to.
and that's the answer.
Honestly, there's plenty of great answers.
I think we invited you. I invited you as an email. So I just put you as an
Oh,
invite.
so what I have to do again?
Go to your
Nothing.
email.
You don't do
Oh.
anything.
You don't do anything.
You're
We've
just
already,
gonna check.
we've
your
already
mail.
hacked the system.
I'm gonna invite
We're
you. What's your email?
The old school hacker is
Um,
gone. You don't see that anymore.
No, you don't see that
Hold on, wait.
anymore.
You don't have the guy.
You don't have the click, 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 click. We need to get in. Couple more minutes. We don't have a couple
I got
more
it.
minutes. I'm in.
Oh, you got it. Okay, I got it, guys. You can resume as normal.
You
I
just
got it.
get that alt girl from Law and Order, and that's the closest you get. So do I have to do anything on here?
No, I'm gonna get you on.
no,
here.
you're good.
I don't have to touch nothing.
No.
I don't have to just go live. The phone is lava.
The phone is up.
What is wrong with you? That's my job, to turn things into lava.
Wait, I thought your job was to play hide and go seek in the dark.
My job is to make it hot.
All right. I like that. I like that. So, tell us about your label, bro. Every time you come on this show, you fill out the fucking like questionnaire, and I'm finding out new shit about you when I've known you for like fucking 4 going on 5 years. So apparently you have a label, and I don't know shit about this. Who you got signed, dog?
Well, clearly no one famous.
You don't know that.
Well,
There
no.
could be people sleeping on your artists.
I went to jail. I went to the joint, to the big house.
Yeah. Per county?
White, yeah, past
Joliet?
Yeah.
Joliet.
So I was gonna say Dwight, but you're not a woman. As far as I know.
Is there a woman's prison in Dwight?
There was, and then it shut down.
And then women stopped committing crimes.
No, they just released all the teams.
They released all the women. Release the girls!
Release the women!
There's like a floodgate that opens up.
There were a lot of quick marriages in Dwight that year.
Amazing.
Trailer park doubled in size.
So do you even have songs we can listen to, my guy? You got anything online?
Yes. When I got the label started, my whole purpose was to push other artists.
Well, what's your label called?
OL, Outlaw.
Outlaw.
Our Legacy. OL, Our Legacy.
Okay.
Outlaw. Had it Outlaw. So a whole little history about that. But,
Let's get into it. What we're here for. Let me be your Phil Donahue.
Get on that.
Let's talk about how you started this label and what your intentions were for it.
Well, I started with my brother. This was around when Tupac was out. My brother and my god brother, you know what I'm saying? They used to call it Outlaw like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? They shortened the Outlaw to OL, like the old and out.
Yeah.
So it gets extension, and I gravitated to it. We had all handshakes and stuff like that. And I just kept going. And I just wanted to make a label out of it. So I had like artists that have potential to do something, but like I said, you got to settle something tragic struck as far as we had a freedom in the world.
I mean, I feel like jail is like probably we're gonna find like some of the best musicians ever.
I mean, a lot of talent.
Take that, Berkeley.
I know. I've had some friends that went to. I had a friend who was a rapper who went to jail, and he was like the most talented artist and guitarist and like singers that I've ever met are all from jail, and it makes sense because you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. It's not like you have the internet all the fucking time. You can't be playing video games. You got nothing but you and fucking number of hours in the day. So I imagine some of the best poets, some of the best musicians, some of the best guitarists, drummers. I guarantee those people are just like killing it. I wouldn't doubt it if some of the best books were written by some prison.
I would. That's when I started writing my book from.
Exactly. I remember you saying that too.
My mind was clear with no distraction. It's like
it's just you. It's just you and your mind, you and your setting.
You being a artist yourself, a musician, being a musician. I'm not saying go to jail and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's like your gift come out so much, like.
And that's all you have.
That's
right?
all you have.
That's all you got.
You can I'm talking about like seriously, bro. You can have the best singer, the best rapper, man. Like that's artists, because they don't have no worries, no stress. Stress is what keeps us from being on the street.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Stuff coming to your life. You know what I'm saying? It makes that straight line bump.
It's almost like a gift and a curse to go to jail. You don't want to be there and you shouldn't be there. It's wrong to cage people, but when you've got nothing but time, you can educate yourself, you can become more artistic. And
that's the best money bill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're just working out.
That's it.
That's it. They're just working out.
And they get out and probably become trainers.
Well, more mildly, like the whole COVID thing, just having to sit inside, nothing's going on, and like a lot of people sat and they read or they developed some sort of skill. It's just less it's less extreme than jail, but it's that same idea. Like, all right, I gotta sit here with myself for so long. What am I gonna do with all this time now?
I put so much guitar. I mean, we wrote that cartoon that led to us end up just restarting the show.
It's all circular.
It is.
Full circle. Order Boris.
Anyways, so have you recorded anything? Have you signed anyone? Where you located? Where can people see you? Where can people at least look into your label or donate or something? What you got for me, Severity?
I mean, I got posters with my name on it. I did a show, and I just actually about 106 Park. Not know.
I don't fucking know shit about 106 and Park.
What's 106 and Park?
Exactly, he doesn't know shit. Hey, what about you? 106 and Park?
It's a show, I believe, on BET.
All right, so
Nate, yes.
so 1 out of 3 white people understand what that is.
Fuck out of here.
Based on
White
the,
people
based
know
on the
about-
survey we have taken in their studio.
Yeah. He said, right. This does look bad. It does look bad, but no, it does look bad. No. Thank you, bro. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Jeez. Anyways, let's
So
get
is
back
it
to
good?
106 and Park.
Okay,
It's hard to fucking explain if you guys never watched it.
It's like a variety show. They kind of show you different musicians and things like that.
So it's kind of like the Apollo. essentially.
No. It's almost like, I don't want to say like MTV's TRL or something like that. It's not. There's not a call in or anything, right? Like it's just kind of an interview show where
Yeah, like
people come and
who
perform.
did that? Like maybe Yo
that's
TV
cool.
Rap. Remember that?
Yeah.
Give me another one that was MTV is the actual creator of that type of sound. You know,
I mean, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, MTV was awesome. So it's every like VH1, BET, they all like really did it from the music thing. Really fun.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you started this label in the 90s. You got locked up, and
I never really pushed it. We played around with it. I met a lot of top producers. You know, I had a song I made that this producer named Cass Eller, he had produced it. He did a matter of fact, he did a track on Mariah Carey album. You know, he produced one of the songs on it.
All I want for Christmas is you.
It'd be crazy if that was actually the actual song it was. But you know, these are the type of producers like that were like Twister. Y'all heard of Twister?
yeah.
Oh, Twisted.
This guy did Twister's whole album. You know what I'm saying? You know, so this producer, he's a cool guy. But I really didn't, pursue it like that. You know, I played around with it. I was dealing in drugs back then. I was making money. So, you know, like, fucking, let's become rappers and get a label.
We have a comment.
I mean, that
actually.
tracks.
We have a comment actually. Someone said, dude, VH1 blew my mind with their pop-up video. It was very important for me to understand music videos that weren't captioned. So this person was deaf.
Oh, Jacob Pita?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he-
our last guest
yeah.
was down.
So I'm gonna put his comment up. But what do you think about that? Like people maybe that hear music differently than you. Like seeing the captioning is always a big, because if you have the music loud enough, you can feel it and like you can hear it. Depends on how you are with your hearing. But yeah, I thought it was kind of
But
interesting.
you know what? I think
MTV had that. MTV did have captioning. You could do that.
They
Definitely
did.
Yeah.
Puts weight on the quality.
And
of the
VH1
video.
did too. VH1. When was VH1 come out before MTV or after?
I would say it came out after.
2000s, right? 2000s.
No, it's like
No,
90s
VH1
or
came
late
out in the
80s.
90s.
It
I
had-
think I know that
Yeah.
MTV started in 1981 or 83.
But they weren't as big. Like MTV was already really big.
Yeah.
I
Well,
remember
MTV came out
they
the
had
gate
the
big
first
because
MTV was.
well, yeah, that was the
MTV
first
was doing
that was the
like
first
Real World and
concept of
shit. They were doing,
creating
like,
music
TV
videos.
Yeah.
and only
Yeah,
doing
they were
they
doing-
were.
They were doing TV already by the time
They
VH1.
were.
I don't
I
remember
think so.
who
I
created
believe so.
MTV,
Viacom.
but the guy who came up with the
Oh
concept
yeah,
that ran it.
it's his production.
I
company,
watched a
Viacom, yeah.
VH1 thing about it, and I don't remember his name. But he was like some
right.
keyboardist or composer in like an
Yeah.
80s one-hit wonder band. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
he just came up with the idea of MTV, pitched it, and then like boom, like blew up. Like
He's not the one that made the song. I want my MTV.
no, that came out later. But that's Dire Straits.
Dire Straits. That's Dire
That song,
Straits.
dude, that
Okay.
song is interesting. All right, so do you know the history behind that song? So the history behind that song is he was
Let's
literally
just go regular
picking
line.
up appliances.
So they can see this on my Facebook.
Yeah.
He was picking up appliances, like I think he was picking up like a dryer, they were fixing his washing machine or some shit like that. He was picking that up because back then, you went and you dropped off your electronics or whatever for someone to repair that shit. And there were two like dudes who like moved stuff that were like watching MTV and talking shit. Like if you listen to the lyrics of that band, It's just like a couple of guys bullshitting and talking shit, and that's why the chorus is you got to move these refrigerators. You know, like.
That's the same microwave.
Yeah, exactly. because he was literally, and he just heard these two dudes talking shit and stuff, and he's like, I gotta write this down, and then he wrote that song.
I believe the second verse is all about the Beverly Hillbillies.
Is it?
No,
It said-
the
No, it's a Weird Al.
version is
So
about
someone
the Beverly
commented,
Hillbillies.
MTV came out first, then VH1,
Yeah.
then country music television,
Yes.
and then
CMT.
BET.
Yes, country music television.
Yeah.
Yes, forgot about CMT.
You know,
Yeah.
one time I fell
CMT.
asleep.
I used to go to
CMT
like
was on,
Country
and I just
Thunder
woke
and
up
stuff. That was
racist.
actually kind of fun. I just wanted to see Sheryl Crow, and I wanted to see Shania Twain. That's all I care about.
If Kenny, what's his name?
Jewel.
Kenny Loggins, Kenny Rogers,
Kenny Chesney.
the one in
There's
there.
a
I like
lot of
all of
Kennys.
those people.
There's all
That's
of them
Kenny
are
Loggins.
They're all
That's
country.
Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
Is that country?
If you have a name like Loggins, you're definitely seeing country music. Like, I'm sorry.
What would you, I would call Kenny Loggins just like straight rock and roll.
Well, all right. So he
Okay.
started
He
out
He
in
is,
the
but he
late
started out with
70s.
country.
No, Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
No, he started out in like some rock group, and he looked like a weird.
Oh,
he
okay.
looked
I was
like a
thinking about another
hippie
guy
and
then.
stuff. and then somewhere he got Footloose and Top Gun, and just went like full on pop
Oh, he
rock.
made the top ten.
He did all the Top
Oh,
Gun.
someone
and
said
all.
Garth
he's
Brooks.
fucking
Someone
so
said Garth
great.
Brooks.
I remember Garth Brooks.
Get
I
the
remember when
fuck
he
out of
lightning
here.
Is
strikes.
he the
and
guy that
Thunder
never
Rolls.
takes his,
Yeah,
his
like,
hat off?
I don't know if he never takes his hat off,
Is
but
he
I
the
know
guy that's always?
but I know
he always
gimp,
has-
though.
he has
Well,
an
I mean,
alter
always-
persona.
There's
that
always
just
a guy we
is.
see. He's always
Top
had.
Gun was one of the
Someone
top-
said that Pink song by Aerosmith. did
Have you
not
seen the
need
trailer for the new
captions.
Top Gun?
Dolly
It's a
Parton.
new fucking Top
So
Gun.
it's been in the works for a long time.
Everybody's big.
No.
Louis Dr. Jr.?
So, bro, it is Top Gun,
Wait a minute.
Maverick.
No, I thought Top Gun was a movie with Tom Cruise.
Yes, Maverick.
Volleyball?
I just saw the trailer for it, and
I
yeah,
fuck with Tom Cruise because he's black.
I have a love-hate relationship with Tom Cruise.
I love fucking Tom Cruise.
I have a love-hate. He's like
Oh, my
crazy,
fucking
but it's like
God.
you see his movies and you're like,
He's
all
a
right.
healthy dose of normal crazy person.
I don't think he's any sort of
Yeah.
normal
It's
in
okay.
any way,
Yeah,
shape,
he's
or
not-
Like
he's
form.
us,
harmless.
if you
He's
think
definitely
about it with
harmless.
money, he's like us
He's
with money.
harmless.
He's just
Yeah.
He's like,
I don't
you
know,
know,
man.
man. Put money.
He's been in
You
a
know?
lot of movies, more than
Well, he-
almost as many as Johnny Depp, but Johnny Depp holds that record of him and Brad Pitt like earning everything.
I
Fair
feel,
enough.
I feel like
They're
I feel like
But I can
Nicolas
remember
Cage
when
is in
Tom-
everything.
There's literally nothing that Johnny Depp has.
I can remember when Tom Cruise had the spot when Tom Cruise was.
Oh,
Tom
dude, at one
Tom
point in
Cruise
time,
actually did do his own stunts in some of those movies.
Oh, he always does his
wanted
own
to.
yeah,
stunts.
that's
all
his
the
thing.
time.
Yeah, they were like, well, we'll just pay you more then, I guess.
Same thing with Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan,
yeah.
that's his thing as well.
That's right.
They-
He's gonna be.
Dude,
Because I
Jackie Chan movies are amazing.
Because I think Jackie Chan
Oh
too,
my
but I
God.
think Tom Cruise and Jackie Chan both started as stuntmen and then just kind of
I could see that.
graduated into actual.
Bro,
movies.
my favorite Jackie Chan movie is Who Am I? Have you seen Who Am I?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So he's like an agent who gets amnesia. So the whole movie,
What is this movie?
it's called Who Am I?
Oh, okay.
And like he runs down the side of a fucking skyscraper.
Tom Cruise
With-
does?
No,
Is
Jackie
this
Chan.
the one with Jennifer Love Hewitt in it?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like
I hope
this is
not.
an early
I hope
Jackie
she's not
Chan
in a
movie.
Jackie Chan
He
movie.
literally runs down like an angled skyscraper with no restraints at all. And when he kind of like catches his footing, he like almost goes over and like falls
Yikes.
back.
Well,
They
they have
just had
stuff
his
on.
wife
They
lean
have
at the
things
bottom.
on.
Definitely use
They
it.
got
It was
wires
a
on 'em.
skyscraper,
They
bro.
got
Like
wires on 'em.
below that drop was just like
That
like
was
he
a-
would not have lived. But he's like this agent trying to figure out who he is. So he's like delving deep. He's like, who am I? What have I done? And blah blah blah. There's a great scene. Who does it go to?
Sorry.
It's
Person closest to me. No, but like, isn't it like who else did their own kind of? Oh, Keanu Reeves did a lot of his own shit too.
That's true.
And then like, if you watch that show, it's called Into the Badlands. I suggest
he
you
actually
watch
dodged
it.
those bullets.
They
You
literally
know, they
have,
went through
well, no,
like
like
4 1.
there were literally. I think for all the
That was
you
the
know,
first
what
film.
was it?
Or that was the first scene they filmed, so they didn't have to waste footage.
They're like, just
Brandon
do it
Lee was
yourself.
actually in the original Matrix, but they
God.
wanted to keep the Matrix hush hush, so they said it was the Crow.
I mean, oh shit. The Crow.
That is the greatest conspiracy theory that I am now
It's
going
just
to
like-
believe and spread.
That movie, and then basically the one with that's always there's supposed to be a curse on that guy's family.
Can we make a
Right, it was
documentary
like
called
that.
The Search for the Perfect Actor? And it could just be all these celebrity deaths throughout several years.
They film all of the Matrix until that final scene.
They should just start with that scene. If you start with that scene,
Yeah, but that's not as fun.
no, it's actually just as fun.
Hey.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's time. It's
All
time.
right.
What time is it?
All right, so
It's
it's
time.
fucking all right. So it's
Party
main
time?
topic time. Why does our screen keep going?
I don't know. Yours, it's weird.
Does that affect you?
I did it too many times. No, it's just showing the regular footage.
I'm just going.
Okay.
Just do it on your Insta show, man.
Yeah, because I could
Right
always get the.
Yeah, you can get it. I'll give it to you if you want it.
So
Oh, wait. Yes. This is the shit here.
Yeah, just do it for the people are gonna be on Instagram.
it's
People
just
can
not
go
letting
in.
you go live.
This is a fucking shitty ass fucking phone, man.
No,
not
it's
even-
not. It's like an iPhone 10, man,
This is
or
like
12 or 13. I don't know.
This is the show.
Wait, is that an
That
iPhone?
is the show.
Is this an iPhone?
no, this is the iPhone.
Oh, it's not an iPhone. I don't know what that is.
Right, it's a fucking Android robot fucking stupid phone.
Anyways.
Yes, get an iPhone.
Topic
Get
at
an
hand.
iPhone.
Nuts at the end of that
I
countdown.
think that's what we used last time. You used your iPhone last time. I don't
Yeah.
remember using this.
Right.
I think that was.
What is this bullshit?
That's just what let me see.
Are you doing a regular live
Yeah, just
video?
do-
You want me to try it on this one? This is the one we used last time.
Hey, look, when the phone fell, they said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you hear it in the background? It's like, it went fucking perfect. The phone fell and said, whoa, whoa.
That's the whole point. He's doing like
So,
fun
yes.
soccer.
He controls the audience, but you missed our entire last episode.
Oh,
Right? That was amazing.
Okay, now I know why. This is
That was
different.
amazing.
This was on your iPhone.
So, anyways,
Okay.
to the main event. Tonight's topic: conspiracy theories. And me forgetting about my beer.
Here,
So let's break into what your conspiracy is. First off, give me a little summary, and then we'll dive deep down this rabbit hole. What are we going to be talking about?
Well, we're gonna be talking about the connection with 5G and COVID-19.
Okay,
AKA coronavirus.
got you.
Trigger warning for all of y'all who
I
had
want
COVID.
people triggered.
Right.
People who love COVID, you are about to be offended.
Hey, I love COVID. I bought the shirt. I survived the pandemic, and all I got was this lousy shirt.
Can we press that?
No,
Can we press that? We could press that, and we can sell like not so late night live stream. That's right. This is lousy shirt. Yeah, that would be great merch. I would wear the shit out of that.
I'd be selective with who I wore it in front of. But
I
I would
would-
wear it.
I would not only get that as a shirt, I would get that as a fucking bowling shirt.
Can we
Right
tattoo
across
it on
the
your
leg.
forehead?
I will. I would thoroughly consider getting a
Maybe, you
tattoo
know
on my
what?
body
Maybe.
saying
Make
I
let me
survived
see.
the pandemic and all I got was this shitty
We got
tattoo.
Let me see. It might not stay. I'm in.
No, well.
I'm in Facebook jail.
Open.
Man, you just can't stay out.
Right?
Man, too soon. Too
Wow.
soon. Too fucking
It's not-
soon.
it's always gonna be too soon, bro. There's literally no expiration date for that shit.
Oh my
Okay, here.
God.
So you're on now. This is the one we used last time. This is definitely what we
Amazing.
used.
Okay, we use the asphalt.
Yeah. So this is gonna be you right here.
Hey, Unc, you here? He said you just can't stay out. Whether it's Facebook jail or real jail.
So let's break into 5G coronavirus.
5G is fifth generation technology. Just like we have 4G, fourth generation technology, 1G technology.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But what you still like the boats were using like sonar power, some shit like that. And also, color was first introduced into the TV system. So for something like that to happen, it had to be a burst of energy, some newfound technology that now they can turn a black and white TV to a color TV, and this happened in the '60s. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
See, in the '60s, it was also another pandemic that broke out. Every time technology is upgraded, a pandemic occurs.
Which pandemic happened in the 60s?
It was also a flu pandemic.
A flu pandemic?
It was also a flu pandemic. In 1880 was the first recorded flu pandemic. Also in 1880 was the first use of any radioactive waves, any electromagnetic waves. Um,
Well, I don't know if it's. Are you sure it was the first recorded pandemic? Because I mean, I'm sure we've had pandemics
in 1880.
prior to 1880.
Well, I
It was
mean,
like, isn't like the Spanish flu like 1919 or something?
That was early.
And then
Yeah.
1919.
Then the bubonic plague, but I think the Spanish flu was before the bubonic plague. I thought
It was.
no,
Yeah.
No,
Right?
the bubonic plague was like
before that.
way,
So it was like,
way back. That was like the Dark Ages
Well, the
era.
bubonic
Well, that was
plague
when
wasn't
it-
even
no.
actually transmitted.
No, it's
a
it
bacteria.
was,
Yeah, it was
it was
bacterial,
because of, like it was
like,
because the
no,
Thames
right,
River.
no,
The
that
Thames
was a-
River was so bad
that was
in
like
England. Like
that was like
we got sick.
16, 1700.
Yeah, that's
But-
But see, that was a sickness.
but the
that was-
Spanish flu was like in between that.
Spanish flu was
Yeah.
something different. Spanish flu was similar to COVID-19 to the 1880s flu, and you know the same symptoms, the same causes of death. You know, this technology that we have, like phones, like even the TVs and the broadcasts, there's no cord. It's wireless. What's giving off that energy to produce that?
Light waves,
Light waves. What are light waves?
photons,
What are photons?
particles.
And what do particles have in it?
Nothing, they're particles.
What type of particles?
Quarks.
Radiation.
Well,
Electromagnetic waves.
I mean, it's not
You only
cancer
causing radiation, and it's not like it's not the same as like what is it? It's like
Turn it on.
it's a something 13,
to 1976 to go up.
but it's irrelevant. But it's not like they're made out of radioactive particles, because particles are different from light waves. Because protons are protons. They're quantum particles, so they can't be broken down into smaller pieces, and they don't decay in the same way as like atoms do. And the decaying of atoms is what gives off radiation.
So the 5G towers. What is coming out of those? What is coming out of those?
Radio waves.
Thank you. Radiation.
No, but radio waves are forms of light.
radio
waves are light waves. Hold on. They are electromagnetic waves. Radio waves are made out of light, though. But that light, where does that light? The sun. No, I mean, it sounds like I'm being catty. That's totally true. That's where that light emanates. That's the origin. Only when you use the sun. Only when you try not. Well, no, all light comes from the sun. Okay. Even the light in that light bulb does come from the sun ultimately. Yeah. Listen. Okay, if I get on the telephone and call someone, what power is generated from that phone? Electricity. What is electricity? Light. Electromagnetic waves. So, well, okay. I think we're getting a little rutted. How do electromagnetic waves hurt people? Well, it's the radiation that's in the electromagnetic wave. What kind of radiation? Electromagnetic waves. But that's not radiation. No, listen. If you look it up right now, Google electromagnetic wave. It's gonna tell you what it is. It's literally like it's radiation, and then this stuff can kill you. It can literally go through you.
It can like heal you too. It's weird. Like you need it for like if you have cancer and stuff.
Well, but that's what actually cancer. They that's them.
Have you heard of those women that like work in factories and
cells?
That's radiation.
They're just hoping they can kill them.
They're like it was like the Glow Girls or something. They were like girls that worked. They were women that like made hats or made something like in the 30s or 20s, and like they worked in a factory and they were like called the Glow Girls because they were exposed to like radiation. Like they thought like during the time they thought like radiation was like good for you, like you put on makeup.
Yeah. Glow in the dark stuff.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, you can just put on your face, like it's fine. And they're like, what? You're putting this video on your face and your face.
People just didn't know back then.
Weirdo. That's really scary. Like that's terrifying if people did that.
I mean, I guarantee.
It's just not part of your body structure, so why put it on your face?
I mean, I guarantee right now we're probably consuming something or have something that are probably like 30 years from now. Like 50 years from now, they're gonna be like, "Can you believe that they did
The only
this?"
thing that I like to last that long are Twinkies. That's it. I'll deal with the Twinkies.
I don't. You know what? This is my thing. I just know for the last 2,000 years there was no technology. Up until 200 years ago, max 200 years ago, like some form of technology. Those other 1,800 years. With the likes of Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, brilliant minds of the world, why was there no technology? There was no plagues. Plague is not pandemic. There were still pandemics then. Well, I feel
like there might have been technology back then. There was a lot of civilizations that were destroyed that had like really great techniques and like culture and stuff back then.
They didn't have a car.
Back then, you just
like car doesn't run on electromagnetism.
I mean, they had cars that ran like corn oil.
Well, I mean, like modern computer stuff does, but the original car just used the combustible engine to move. Well, it didn't require any electric parts. No, actually, it did. It required a battery.
Wait, didn't we use like steam? Like when we first made vehicles?
No, that's for steam power. And fair point about the battery, but what does the battery do? The battery is what is. I mean, it's like a booster.
Not moving.
I
didn't move it though. I didn't do anything. It just like fell.
Okay. Watch how cold this gets.
I'm like way in front of it.
The battery. What do people tell you not to do with a battery with your bare hands? Why not?
It's why you recharge them. That's why I actually have a battery charger. I don't ever get new ones.
And it can cause cancer.
It goes right to the water.
But that's only if you touch the battery acid itself. It doesn't like emanate from the battery. The reason why there's a protective cover.
It's got to emanate somehow.
It's not the protective cover we need. It's what's inside. But if you
get some mercury,
so say you get battery acid on your hand,
I have.
Then your hand, you wouldn't have a hand
of
of the
cancer. Have battery acid on your hand. It gives you a real nasty chemical burn.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
not similar
neutralizer.
like symptoms to like upper respiratory disease.
More people, I think, are worried about going into the soil and into the
You would
landfill.
die.
That's bad.
You get battery acid on your hand?
Yeah, it could
You
go
get battery acid.
You could lose your hand.
That's
Like
what I said. I was like,
I'm
you
not
would have a
saying you
hand.
should
I mean, if
go
you
You
home.
would not have a hand. And you, it's not
like
it's not like a motion.
You're not gonna
Like,
lose
this
your
is
will.
dangerous.
You're not gonna lose your hand if you remove a battery and get a little
Do we
bit of
want to try?
battery acid.
I've literally
Yeah,
got
but-
battery acid on
Do you
my
have a
hand.
battery? Can we demonstrate?
Drink it. If you drink
Why
some
would
battery,
you drink it?
why would you touch it?
I mean, by accident.
But
By
just because you
I had
touch
a
it,
battery
The
doesn't
Not So
crack
Late
it.
Night live stream show does not condone
Yeah, do not.
drinking battery.
Or eating Tide Pods. Okay, don't do
I
that
can
either.
go. I mean, Ian
Well.
Pearson personally condones.
That's the next, it's the next YouTube channel.
I'm not gonna.
Channel.
Who on that? Who got a question? Any questions? Any questions?
I think
No.
Jacob Pita's our only viewer.
He is he?
Yeah, maybe my dad's
I'm
watching.
streaming on your phone, and it says he said, "Did this stream turn into an OnlyFans now?" Because
My screen?
the low angle and like the tilted, like
Oh shit!
Dutch
I told you,
angle
I'm
that
in
we have right
Facebook
now.
jail.
We're using your phone, and we're using the regular webcam angle.
You
So
get
we're
a phone
switching
call.
back and forth here.
Oh, that's my
Yeah.
brother from the fucking
Racine
jail.
County Jail.
That's my brother. He's from.
So now we're doing regular
Does he
webcam.
want to be on the show?
Yeah, can we do a
Yeah, can
speakerphone?
I speakerphone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
go ahead.
it. Do
Go
it
ahead.
before
Try
it's
it.
too late.
I don't know if it's gonna. You're not gonna be on the stream
We
anymore.
should just
but it's
switch to
fine.
this one because don't we not get audio if we're on that one or something?
I mean,
like
he
that?
has to do it from his
Well,
phone.
I mean,
I don't
we'll
have
have to
any
hear
power
this
to call
conversation
anyone.
anyways.
Huh?
I just wanna
can
eat
do
it.
this
Well,
one.
that's what I'm saying.
We should just switch.
We could. Oh, there we go. That's it. Yeah, leave it like that. That's kind of cool. No, leave it like split.
Hold on, I can't hear him. Oh, it went away.
Oh no.
Turn up his
That would have been
sound.
the first call in.
You would have been. That would have been cool too.
Is it still going?
I don't know. Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still going. Everything's still running. I can see whatever he can see. I mean, I can see him. I'm like literally the phone looking back at him. That's what I'm doing. Hi.
So does it look like a split screen up there?
Yeah,
Is that what everyone else sees?
Yeah, is that what everyone else
Yeah, it
sees?
doesn't
they
look-
see two
it doesn't
different
look great.
versions of it. Yeah.
We should just switch to.
Yeah.
Switch to the webcam. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Let's just do it.
How many phones can we hook up at once? So we
Why
can
do you
just-
have two phones, Wink?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
I have the
He went, okay. He said
They
that.
have the good
Okay.
aspect.
You know it's gonna be a story here right now.
It was
Okay.
quick, it was fresh, it was on time.
That's all you gotta know.
That's what they said at my birth. Quick, fresh, on time.
Wow, that's a lot of information.
Oh,
Oh.
that's amazing.
Wow.
You know what? It says the first word is fanfare.
Mine was too early, loud, and didn't want to be here. That's how I was born. Like, I'm here, but I don't want to. Where's everything? What's everything happening?
So I forgot where we were at.
We was, me and
Corrosion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, corrosion with battery
We're talking about
acid.
eating
So I have
yes.
touched battery acid, a battery pack in my trunk,
Okay,
and I had to
and
clean
you
it
have
out.
a hand.
And
you
I
have a
washed,
hand.
and I looked up specifically how to neutralize it, and I washed my hands, and nothing.
What if you have battery?
You gotta like, you gotta like,
Your hand. Oh,
you gotta like,
insulation
you gotta
your
like
skin.
linger in battery acid for it to do some damage.
You're now like a Wolverine type character now. You got
Right.
battery acid in your DNA. It's in your DNA now.
That's how Wolverine got his powers.
He just laid in battery
Touching
acid.
battery acid, yep.
He was a
He jumped
Canadian mechanic.
He drove
The
into
wrong
a
place at the wrong
he
time.
dove into a vat of battery acid, an entire vat. Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
And
And
then
it's
he
doing it again. We're still leave it.
It's the ghost that followed Ian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even near it. It's like falling. Ian, you need to
The
control your
ghost that
ghost.
followed Ian.
Seriously.
let the ghost do what it wants. I'm
not even near this and it keeps falling. So obviously someone's trying to mess with you guys. Ian brought something in
So
that
there
was
was batteries, battery acid car.
5G.
MTV.
Almost
MTV.
Elon Musk buys the International Space Station.
Yeah, what about Elon Musk? What's your take on him?
Yeah, he's rich.
He's rich. That's it.
That is a unique take.
It's there in his nose take on him. He can come here right now with goddamn snowsuit on and it's snowing outside.
Why do you have a snowsuit? I don't mean that.
We'd make him sit in the little chair and everything.
He's the guy that brings his own chair.
We'd make him sit in that
No, I
chair.
feel like someone would.
He strikes me as the guy that doesn't wear clothes.
Yeah, he doesn't literally bring his own chair.
I will carry his fucking chair because he's paid like a fucking
Jacob Peta says that he's racist. I did not hear anything about that, but I did hear that he's just very.
But is he racist?
I mean,
I feel like there's degrees.
I
of
think
racism.
everyone's racist
Yeah.
to some degree.
Give the degree.
I mean,
There's
yeah.
degrees of
There
racism.
there also could be bias that people get offended by and think it's racism, but it's just bias. Whatever you like, whatever you don't like. I just want to be a billionaire. I mean, he doesn't need to be a billionaire. No one does.
I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a fucking millionaire.
Him and Jeff Bezos, there was like an article that said that him and Jeff Bezos and like another billionaire were like really could feed the entire world, like with just all their money and so
I
and
bet.
it's just like, oh man, that's terrible.
That's bad enough for them.
We should want to feed everyone in here. Everyone's happy now. They can eat. Let's share it back up.
It's probably George Washington salad.
What?
Living cure for AIDS, a direct injection of $10,000.
Oh shit.
Money's on the guy's book of humanity.
That is a bad thing, bro.
Whatever happened to like
Bartering?
gold and bartering?
Well, actually, fun story.
It'd be way more fun.
Beer was the very first currency.
What?
Beer.
Beer?
Beer is actually the
Because there only you could drink water back then, so they didn't drink beer.
Well,
The water was so bad.
So like the reason we became like no longer nomads was because of beer. There's a whole documentary on the history of beer. And,
Beer
like,
saved the world. It's the
So-
coolest thing since sliced bread.
we would like literally like go and travel throughout our various seasons. We would have spots that we would stop along the way, you know what I mean? As we like tracked whatever we did, and we would like leave behind food or whatever. The theory behind beer being created was some sort of other canteen of grain or barley was left out, and it rained. And while they were traversing and then coming back down the line, it fermented. They drank it, and then from there, beer became a thing. And they're like, "Oh, if we can move to areas where we can harvest this, we can create more of this." And that's how civilization really started. And at one point in time, like beer was a currency. That's how you paid people, was you would pay them in like jugs of beer. And
Yeah, they were nomads, so if you help me.
Yeah.
But also, I think it had to do
I'll
with
give you.
it
I'll
also
pay you
had
in
to do-
pizza and beer.
it also had to do with like the environment. Like the environment was a big thing too. Whatever was around,
yeah,
like what you could harvest quickly,
one
and,
of the
and
reasons
water wasn't always like that easy to obtain.
the reason
you know,
fucking IPAs
not die.
exist is because when India was a colonized area for the British, they would send their ingredients for
They
beer.
wanted to punk the British with terrible beer.
No, the barleys and hops would go bad on the traverse, and it would get
you
there,
could drink that stuff and be fine in the morning.
and they would just be like, "Well, we're not going to not make beer out of it." So that's where IPA came from, because they would ship the barley and hops or whatever, and it would spoil. And they're like, "Fuck it, we're going to drink it anyways."
Beer.
Facts. What the fuck you in my fucking mind?
If
Who
they
the
die,
fuck drinks
if they
this
die.
fucking spoiled fucking water?
Well, no, they would get the spoiled grain and like barley, and then they would make beer out of it.
But
Yeah, I mean,
what
it's
do they
easy.
need for a liquid?
Water.
Who the fuck drinks spoiled fucking water?
Because if you mix it
You
with
just-
a
yeah,
yeast,
if you
it's
ferment
fine.
it, bro, it
If
like
you-
kills all of it.
if
It's
you're
like boiling
yeah,
water,
a
bro.
yeast like kills everything, so that's why beer works, because you just like let it ferment and ferment and ferment and ferment, and then it's fine. All the germs are gone.
Do you know
And
in
you just get
Germany,
nice
beer
and
actually has a
toasty.
nutritional value?
You know, I was talking shit, huh?
I mean,
Like,
in
in Germany,
Ireland they
beer has
drink
a
like
nutritional
Guinness, like it's
value.
like water,
does.
pretty much.
I'm gonna tell you, it's a German multivitamin.
No, I mean, it honestly is. My ex-wife's dad was from Germany, and like the beer they drink there, like
They call it vitamin G.
you don't really want to like survive on it, but it could sustain you with the amount of
'Cause
like
it's
carbs
food.
and the stuff that you need.
Yeah,
Like the
that's
amount of
I'm saying
you making
nutrients.
You
So
could
it's
you
got-
could have a
it's
beer
got
in the morning
calories,
and
yeah.
not like a bagel,
Like-
and you're fine.
Even a lot of
same amount of weed.
even people who like work out a lot, like will chug a beer afterwards, like a light beer. Or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
good
that. And
carbs,
it's better
good
than
carbs.
water.
I've done it.
It got substance.
We've had beer before. I've been actually ran in races where they give you a beer. Like Sam Adams races are always fun. They give you a beer.
What's a Sam
You
Adams
drink-
race?
Sam Adams. They have an ugly sweater run like in February or whatever every year, and you drink like a Sam Adams beer, and then you run like 5 miles. But you feel
Sounds
so
awful.
nice that you just run it and you're
With
done.
one beer,
It's
though?
like you get to.
I mean, like, well,
They
like
give you-
5 miles. I feel like
they-
I would want to drink one
they
before,
give
but
you-
I'd want like one while I ran.
They give you 5
Get all
drink
phony.
tickets. So you get 2
I
before,
mean-
and then you get 2.5 after.
You get
But it's Sam Adams. It's good shit.
Where you
Like,
where the run? Like downtown?
What is that?
it's
What is
over
it?
by.
What is that
They
thing?
do it by the planetarium.
Gyroscopic.
over
You get a
there. That's where they
gyroscopic
run it.
cup.
So
Put it
you're
on
running
a
on
gimbal.
like and you see the lake and it's nice.
Have
But
a
you're like
gyroscopic
nice and warm because you had like 2
And then
you
you run
can
with
run
your
3
beer.
miles. I'm just
Drink
saying,
it,
if
run
you're a
with your
runner,
beer.
that's something you can do.
Right.
But it's like the carbs. Like it's not. It's a specific like winter ale that they give you, a winter stout that you
Okay.
drink. So you
Oh,
drink a
yeah.
stout,
I
and
like
then
that
then
one.
you run the 3 or 4 or whatever. But you see the whole lake. It's frozen usually. Like it looks cool. It's winter time. You have an ugly. You have an ugly. It's ugly sweater. It's ugly sweater. Yeah. Ugly sweaters like during like Christmas. You know.
You know, Chicago has.
What is
Nate just draws penises. It's his thing.
Yeah. That
I'm
was
trying-
like,
just
that was
trying
the
to keep it
wrong
light.
place I ever
Camera
did.
on you guys for this.
I mean, Sam Adams is one of those beer companies that are just like high up. They're like
They are.
mainstream.
I like them
I
for a
actually like
while.
them.
They're almost like the default for like that type of they're good. But yeah, like you said, drinking after you run or drink it, you can drink it before.
Well, he said drink after. He talked about the bodybuilders. In fact, actually, fun fact,
Schwarzenegger.
circle,
Oh,
full
Goose
circle,
Island! I forgot
bro.
about Goose Island.
Full circle. So,
That's our
when you work for the Miller Brewing Company, you have access to their private gym for employees, where they give you all the beer
they
that
say?
you can drink.
Oh, someone commented. They
Jacob
said-
Pita, our
they said-
number
Our
one
fan.
Yeah.
So he commented, I know if I can drink Goose Island beer, I get a trace of cocaine from the Chicago River. You saw it already. That's why you asked it. Oh my God. He's just too much. She said, man, I want to be there.
We just add more random people to the show.
We need to. Why you
It's
don't
gonna
do
look like
that?
the cover of
Give me some
Sergeant
emails.
Pepper
Let me.
Yeah. Everyone will have their own independent little skits and stuff.
Email,
God.
see,
We'll
email is
I think
hard.
we
Just
can
turn it
invite.
into a
I think
network.
we're gonna invite about 5.
Yeah, but
no,
even the
20
network
people.
doesn't
Or
have
no, 5
every
people.
character from
We
every
can.
show.
I think we can have 5 or 10 people on.
No,
here.
we'll just like air like 4
I think
shows
we have
back to
5.
back to back to back to
wonder
back.
if
We'll just get up and change spots.
And
And like some people go, some people come, some people go out and come back in for another show.
Sounds like a telethon.
We should do a fucking telethon. I would love to do a
Can finally
telethon.
use your phone.
Well, I actually need to buy the cord for that.
You don't have a cord for your phone?
Not one that goes from there to here. Yeah, I need to buy one of those. But I will, and we will add a call segment, and it'll be right next to you on this desk.
Do a 24-hour telethon.
I'd be down. If you would be down, I would be down. If we got enough entertaining things and enough pre-taped stuff, we'd totally do a 24 telethon.
Let's start with 4.
Can we get the
A
money?
4-hour telethon. The world's shortest
You get money?
telethon. Do I need money?
Let's do a 4-hour
Yes, yes, I
telethon.
do.
No, do you get money from the telethon?
Well, we would
We
give it
have
to
to-
a cause.
You
Yeah.
have
I
to.
guess
You have
the
to have.
cause-
You have to have a cause that you're saving money
I guess
for.
the cause could be
That you're
us.
raising money for, and then you
We
have to
can
have
just treat
multiple
ourselves
apps
like public access.
of people that offer
Nuke the
services.
whales. Yeah, yes.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
put it on public
Yes.
access. It doesn't cost you anything.
Speaking of which,
Or
I think I'm gonna
Vimeo.
submit our
Vimeo
show to
is good,
public
too.
access.
What's
That'd
the,
be cool.
what's the name of that country that Russia is fucking up right now?
Ukraine?
Yeah, Ukraine. They fucking them up.
I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody give you money for fucking Ukraine right now. I don't think we can do it.
I can't 100% back that up because I'm a neutral party in this instance. I don't
Ukraine have Russia?
favor one side over the other.
I
don't give a shit. But I mean, if we could profit off it, I'm with Ian. Let's get the
When
money.
you give money to charity, you do not profit off of it,
Ooh,
sir.
we
However,
tax write-offs.
If you run the charity, you can.
However,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man.
He's a
That's
thank
little
you,
game
sir.
we just gave you people.
So-
you
so-
notice, Jim, you're gonna get if somebody give us $1 million charity right now. We're not gonna just give $1 million and just feed the whole.
all right. If we're gonna do this,
250,000 of it we will, but the rest of it we're fucking splitting it.
if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this
Taxes.
right.
And write this shit off on the taxes.
You know what? I think we make a bigger difference by just feeding one homeless guy every meal for a week, and then we can just keep the rest.
Why not? Matter of fact, he can
He ain't anywhere he wants.
and on Tuesday he can bring a friend.
Okay,
On Tuesdays, he can bring a friend.
but he only gets one Tuesday because we feed him for a week,
I think that's cool.
and then we keep the rest.
But we can do it for Ukraine.
Can we actually really make that a thing?
We can.
Where
Joe,
we
they
feed,
do
where
it.
we feed a homeless
Where we
guy.
get one homeless guy. I will start like a Kickstart or a
Okay.
GoFundMe for this.
No.
We can sponsor it through the show, and we can set up a thing where people donate.
You have to
We
be
just
really
feed
rich.
one
You have to be
homeless
really legit.
guy.
I'm not gonna lie,
I am fine with feeding a homeless guy, but I have an ethical thing. We're capitalizing off of feeding.
Well, we're not
homeless
getting.
guy.
No. This is just like a random ploy that I think we should just do with the show.
Who's
I'm not even talking about.
Well,
I'm not even talking about us talking about.
especially-
I'm talking about us
especially for
finding a
whites.
GoFundMe and going to just look for a homeless guy, interviewing and processing homeless people,
I think they'd probably
making
be calling
videos
it
for it,
homeless.
and getting people to donate so this dude can eat. Then we can take videos of this guy eating and post them.
Oh, it sounds
and, be,
awful.
and be like, look, you fucking
fucking
do
You
with this money. Like, I feel like that would be a great
Fucking
ploy and a very humanitarian thing. And maybe it can turn, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 homeless people at one time.
Turn them
Yeah.
into what?
Like I'm saying super. No, I'm talking about turning that thing into not just one homeless person, but 2, 3, even 4 homeless people that get fed off of this random thing that we'll do.
just give
I'm
him.
fine with feeding a homeless guy. I just don't want to stick a phone in his face while we're
But who's gonna
being
feed
nice
him?
to him. We
Somebody
no
gotta
likes.
feed
You
him.
can't
No,
do it
no,
for
no.
likes or
Like,
anything
We're
like
gonna
that.
hire a homeless guy. Basically, we're gonna interview random homeless people because we gotta find the one.
Why don't you just
It's
get
gotta be the homeless person, and we gotta be like, yo, here's the deal. We will feed you X amount of times if you just be a part of our show. It is way more civil than bum fights, and they get to eat.
You're setting the bar pretty low.
I mean, you start with baby steps. So if I could jump over a limbo pole, we're good. So let's start
You
there.
can jump 4 homeless guys with your skateboard.
They gonna fuck us. They gonna fuck
And then,
us
yes.
up. They gonna fuck you up. They're not gonna fuck me up. A homeless guy, he's
We're
gonna
gonna
be
fuck
like,
you up.
You're telling me if you were homeless and I said, yo, I will feed you like fucking every day, for like what, like 1 meal a fucking day for like a whole year. All you got to do is just do random clips from my TV show that I air on the internet.
I'm gonna ask you, can you give me that money and food in equivalent to the money? Can you give me the food?
I know
Money
exactly a homeless person is going to say, can't you just give me the money?
You just give me the fucking money.
No, that's why we got to process and find a homeless person that's like, wants to eat and not buy drugs or drink alcohol.
I mean, all those sound great.
I mean, honestly, we could honestly,
Yeah,
we
why
could
would you
just
want to
raise
why
money
would
for
you
one
raise
homeless
alcohol?
person.
Why would you
So
deprive
what you
someone
mean
of that? Why would you?
All right. Here we go.
You want
We
to
started
find
here
out-
to
We
find
gotta
one
bring it
homeless person
back a little
that
bit.
the internet funds, and we just give them whatever money it is.
Who's
It'll be a one.
gonna give him all that money?
We're gonna start.
Oh.
GoFundMe.
I
You
love
are,
when you
T.
get more
$180,000.
questions.
You are.
There's always
No,
more
no, no,
You
no,
questions.
no,
give
no.
me that homeless
There's
person
always more
$2,000. We're splitting the rest.
It's gonna be an allotted. It's gonna be an allotted.
The video you got, all you guys gotta do
what's
is
that
say
shit?
it cost
Allowance.
$120 fucking
It
thousand
would
dollars.
be like a weekly allowance. Where we just drop some cash on him. He would meet us again. He would totally show because we'd be giving him cash, and we'd just be like, "Yo, do a couple bits for us." And, all right, cool, deuces. See you next
It
week.
seems like you're towing the line between like an indentured servant, a pet, and an adoption.
I'm just saying we should add a
I can't
homeless
right
person
now.
to the show and help him out and just get him on the show.
And get him to tell his story.
And
how
just
he
get him to
became
tell
homeless.
fucking stories.
That
and
would
just,
be
like,
kind of cool.
hang out
I would
and
like to
shit.
hear that. I
Like,
would like to hear
I'm
that.
not saying we
Like,
say,
what
hey,
the
now
fuck-
dance.
What the fuck happened, Mo?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, what
that's
did you
kind
do
of how
today?
you were
What did
pitching
you-
it, though, Jim. That's
Yeah,
kind of
why-
how you
why?
pitched
Do
it.
you want to tell us a joke?
No, you can't come at him like that. You can't. You coming at
I'm,
him like
I'm obviously not
You're coming in too hot.
I'm just
Look at-
saying.
Right, he coming too hot, ain't he?
Number of things.
Hell.
As long as it's
Everybody,
tribute to the
everybody,
show.
take a deep breath.
I know you want. We could just watch him shoot up in an alley.
I know you homeless. I'm giving you fucking $10. You know what I'm saying? To get you something to eat. I don't give a fuck about your life, your story. How you I'll just give you $10 a fucking day.
Can we do a live on location at your work?
Can we just
You know
go?
what? $10 a day.
We'll
$10
blur
a day
faces.
is not that
We'll
bad.
pre-tape it. We'll blur faces and names and location,
You ain't shit.
and we'll just.
You not It's not shit, man. I'm talking
I keep
about-
the
You
show
want to
separated from my job as humanly possible.
you want to exploit the fucking homeless,
Mhm.
man.
I'm not trying to explode the.
It kind of sounds like it.
You can't spell homeless without exploitation.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use that from now on. I'm just gonna say
Oh
that.
my god.
Uh,
Oh my god.
we just got a new viewer, the FBI.
Oh shit.
Our FBI's already been watching, bro.
Yeah,
They just
yeah,
want you to
yeah.
know.
I'm sure.
They're just popping to be like, yo.
Yeah.
What is all this?
I don't know why it's so like doing this.
I think it's because that's picking up sound too.
There's like 3 cameras now.
There's more than one thing picking up sound and they're feedbacking.
Are there 3 now?
No.
The middle one is black. There's 3. Yeah.
Somebody's video chatting or doing or something.
There are 3.
No, I invited myself, but it's so.
Oh, I like that. You could have used the other tripod for you guys.
I did. Yeah, done.
Oh, okay.
So did
There we
you-
go. We just need one channel. We just need
Tavarius'
one channel.
phone.
Yeah, it is. Remember we were doing that dumb shit last time. That's a cheap ass phone.
You know what you should get? You should get the Motorola stylus.
I should get a fucking flip phone.
Yeah, I have a flip
You should get the new
I don't.
Razor.
I'm not using it now, but I keep it in my drawer.
I'm telling
You know, I tried the Switch. It's fucking hard, just because so much stuff just runs off of being a smartphone.
where everything's.
I clock in at work on my phone and shit.
That's why I got 2 phones. I got to use my phone for my job.
I should actually have a phone for work because all those dumbass apps that we have to have, I might as well just buy a cheap ass phone and load it up all on that bitch.
Get a little jitterbug or something.
Not necessarily a jitterbug, but just buy like a $50 smartphone. You know what I mean? And then just download the work apps.
How many work apps do you have?
Let's see. Clock in, pay. There's a Fidelity if you choose to get.
You ain't got it?
No, I cashed in during COVID.
I did
And
too.
I'm not restarting it.
You know, I don't know. Just fuck that.
Hell no. Hell no, bro. That thing didn't yield shit.
It didn't really. I mean,
Didn't yield shit.
a few dollars like that. Yeah, Dave & Buster was doing this shit. It was. Shit.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. Yeah. Well, actually, they own. Didn't you hear they own Main Event now?
What's main event?
Main Event. It was like one of their competitors.
Oh.
They
For real?
yeah, they own Main Event. They
So
bought
they
Main
finna
Event.
buy-
They already did,
Oh,
dude. It's already gone public, bro. It went public like a month and a half ago. It was like a whole article.
I'm gonna get put on one of those on what's it called? I gotta get my levels up so I can.
Eventually, they're gonna like.
What you call it, the orange shirt?
I think they're gonna
Gonna be
like.
an orange
I
belt?
think they're gonna integrate systems.
What you mean? They're gonna get rid of Main Event?
No.
Put it Dave, they're not.
No, they're gonna keep Main Event. They're gonna be 2 companies, but it's gonna be one company.
Oh,
Because Main Event has like bowling and like things we don't have.
All we got is his fan base. So, but yeah.
So I think they're and that added like 50 something more stores to their stuff.
Exactly.
But I think they're gonna integrate systems. So like you'll be able to use like the same power cards or however they use their card system or whatever. Like both. You know
like
what I mean?
gift cards and shit like that would be.
No, like the power card. Like you'll take your Main Event power card to Dave & Buster's, just like your Dave & Buster's power card to fucking Main Event, and they'll just fucking roam it into the system.
I really do live in the future.
Right?
Yeah, we do. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This shit is weird, bro. People was in a stagecoach about a couple of 100 years ago.
Bro, yeah, could you imagine like people like I know that the future isn't like what the 50s thought it was, But if you brought someone back from like the 70s or 60s right now, like I feel like this would blow their fucking mind.
They would die.
I don't know if they would die, but I feel like
They would just combust.
their head.
Like what the fuck?
I feel like it would just be a crazy overload.
Yeah.
Like you're like, hey, have you ever seen a computer before? I know they're brand fucking new, but this is a computer and it's a telephone. Like, and they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, I can like search shit that you don't even know about. Google has.
I used to like Palm Pilots when I was a kid.
I love.
Do you remember those?
I had a
I used to
Palm
feel
Pilot.
so fancy when I had my own Palm Pilot. I was like, it's like a digital diary.
scheduler.
Yeah, like
Digital
yeah.
scheduler. It's not to have one of those.
You had a Palm
And you had like the pen and everything.
You had the little stylus.
Stylus. He called it the right thing. I call it a pen. He's like, no, it's a stylus.
Stylus, bro.
Stylus.
Stylus.
And just use your finger.
No, your
finger works the same.
No,
fucking
don't.
way. Yes,
No,
the
don't.
fucking-
I had a Palm Pilot and I had a calculator and I had, all that shit.
For a show or something on Canva, not using a stylus. Try that shit.
Well, of course, because the precision tightness. Like,
Well, Google has that. Google had like a tablet that had that because it was for like drawing and shit.
I love
Yeah.
styluses.
Yeah.
Stylies.
Stylies.
coochie.
Tals.
The 10:30 pussy.
It's 10:30. Do you know where your pussy is?
Should we keep going or should we cut it?
I think yeah. Mine's,
Wrap it up?
mine's always on my
Well,
person.
keep going. Keep going. So we're not cutting the commercial. Ghost Watch will not be seen tonight. We are running into that time.
I can do the commercial.
Yeah.
Alright, try fancy pizza. Fancy pizza, the pizza that's real fancy. do the sound, do the sound.
Amazing. Aww. What were we just talking about?
Fancy pizza.
Aside from that,
Fancy pizza.
hey Nate, pass me any of those bottles aside from the Jawars.
Is it liquor?
Hold on.
I just been having light, but give me a little bit.
I love it. Like
We have 3 cameras
we
going,
have
bro.
another stand.
We had I don't care. I like this better because I'm moving it around and being weird with it. Yeah.
Which shots did you want?
Anyone.
You want to
besides
have
the
an
Jawars.
option of like handheld shit and then like real cinematic shit, you know? Wait, are you gonna point to the camera? Okay, there we go.
It's the white label is good. It's better than the regular doers. I'll tell you that much. But you like it's a scotch you need to be smoking with. It's like one of those. It's like it needs a smoke palette.
You don't have no light over there?
Once I get my
No, bro,
once I
it's
get
all
my
scotch.
gimbal done, my gimbal fixed, I will have a little gimbal over here. Be like,
I
stick it
no,
up.
actually, you know what? Grab the little round one.
Oh, I have a big one, but I'll get a
Oh,
handheld one
that's a
too.
good one. What is it?
Then I can do zoom ins and shit, you
It's
know.
always better.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. Hold it up for the viewers.
Yeah, that's the viewers.
The Glen Roth's Speyside Single Malt 12.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I feel
Arizona green tea is not sponsored either.
Give this boy a smell.
Arizona.
It is not.
Oh,
We gotta turn the label away from the camera. Did you know that in every TV
You
show?
can't do product placement unless you're sponsored. Yeah. You have to, and then you kind of like know if you're smart enough, you'll know like what it really is. You're like, oh, I know what that is.
Oh yeah, when I first got this, I aerated it for an hour. I took the cork off and I just let the bottle out.
that's
We have to acknowledge Miss Kitty
Oh
over
yeah, that
here.
stuff is delicious.
Miss Kitty is the co-host.
it's
don't have
smooth, but it still give you that hit of scotch.
And
To let
it's
you know
just
it's scotch.
flavor.
She does this every day. It's like she times it out or
It's
something.
good. Yeah, it's got a good flavor to it.
She does it every time.
It's light.
She was like on
But,
me.
but at
the
the
other
same
day.
time, that you know
It was
it's
on
Oh yeah, no, it's got the bite. It just doesn't
Yeah.
kick you in the teeth.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Hey, Nate.
This shit right here, if this was the 1800s and we was on a stagecoach or something,
Oh, that would be like the fire.
oh yeah,
That
we
would be
in
the
a kick
fire.
from here to fucking California.
We would literally get murdered back for that bottle. That bottle was probably the most expensive thing on the wagon.
Oh my god, that bottle right there, you know how many pennies you would get back in the day for that shit?
I mean, a 12-year age Scotch. Shit, you would have had the. Up and bring it
I want to
back
go to
to
a
America.
different one.
This is like someone like hunted elephants with
valuable out of
Would you like to try this?
That's why so many people died on the Oregon Trail.
What?
Didn't have companionship.
That's true. That's true.
They were weak.
Didn't have like the Oregon.
Hold on.
Amazing. Oh, this was founded in 1879, by the way.
1879.
Oh no, there were some steam fucking powered cars. Steam thing. What's the year?
Check that out for.
Yeah, that's
I
way
feel
too
like that
soon
might
for like
exist.
even the vulcanized cars.
I feel like electricity existed back then. Why
They
wouldn't
didn't have electric cars. We still barely have electric
No,
cars.
but then we had like steam power for a good amount of time. We had what by 1879? Did we have?
There were never
What?
steam powered
Cars.
cars. There was no promoter. We had steam powered trains and boats then.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like there was a steam.
You would have died in a. There was not a steam powered. I mean,
Nate, I need you to look up if there was ever a steam powered car.
there was not a commercially produced steam powered car.
Sorry,
It
we
was,
did like
if
technical
the
We need to
steam
know-
power car was 5 made.
When a steam
Are you
powered
just
car was
drinking
made,
it out
if
of
it was.
this?
I'm looking
I
at
yeah.
it.
I mean, you can get a glass if you want. I don't have AIDS if you'd like to just drink from it though.
It's a cure for AIDS now.
There's been a cure for AIDS forever, and they keep murdering and shutting down the people that come up with it.
Now what am I looking up? Steam power cars.
No, we got a fact checker doing that. That's what Nate's for.
So the earliest kind of steam powered car was like a steam tricycle that popped up as early as 1679.
Fucking face, dude.
Steam bus was photographed in 1875.
Oh, there you go.
1879, bro.
That
these
fucking
1890, there was a
these
commercial
count as
manufacturer.
cars. A bus is a
Hold on,
car.
hold on,
Sorry,
hold
what
on.
was that?
And then it declined in the 1930s, basically in the 1940s.
When no one gave a shit about it.
It was a steam power car?
Yeah, well, it kind of went downhill and ended about
As combustion
in the
engines
19
How
started
big did
to
the
come out.
hill get to begin with?
The hill.
What was what was the apex?
I don't know, man.
What was-
the 1890s? There was a commercial manufacturing. All of the new manufacturers from the 1890s, only 4 continued to make steam cars after 1910. They were Stanley until 1924, Waverly until 1916 in the United States, the Burrard of France until 1914, and Musée of Belgium, which is not their accent at all, until
So
1926.
Stanley is the only one.
I feel like a lot of those businesses
Stanley.
outside of the American one got hit solely because
They
of like
died.
World War
Stanley
One
won.
fucking happened.
Mobile
Stanley
was like
today.
18.
One of those
Mobile was
American
1899.
powered steam cars.
That makes sense.
So
Well, I mean, I don't know why the American one went out of business, but the other ones made sense.
No,
Like,
Stanley didn't go out of business. Stanley's still here.
as
Stanley.
not as
It
a
says the
steam
mobile
car.
the Mobile T was both cheap and reliable during, and it says it was a conventional automobile.
How much was
the Mobile
how,
T
Does it say how much?
or
it was
Model
back
T?
then? I would love to know like what its value was back then.
It might say on the bottom.
Look up its Carfax or it's Kelly's Blue Book.
Kelly's Blue Book. I'm
What's
sure
the
it's-
Kelly
Click on
Blue
it.
Book and then
Click on Mobile T.
1897 Stanley?
I feel like that's something you can ask Google that might make it stroke out.
We just turn the chip in my brain on and then stop moving.
No, hold on. Oh, yeah, Stanley. No, you're right. Stanley fell off 1902,
What's the steam car?
1924.
1924. See, they were the last ones to go because
They died.
Europe was dealing with fucking World War One
World War One was like 1911,
till like 1915.
something like. Well, I thought that was 1902.
I think
No, this
Mobile
says
Gas is like the
1920,
same,
which is
right?
Ameri-
1920. Then I'll be damned.
And this is the American one.
I'll be damned.
So they went out of business
Okay,
last
so-
because they didn't have to like.
So it says there's a question that says, why did Ford call it Model T? The company publicly said that it was because the new car was such a departure from the old that Ford wanted to start all over again with the letter A. The Model T was Ford's first automobile mass produced on moving assembly lines with completely interchangeable parts marked in the middle class.
When did that come out?
Oh, like early 1900s, she said.
1899 it
Oh,
says.
1899.
So it was after the steam car and shit, 'cause the steam car was like
So
before
that
that.
means that you could
It
buy
said
a
it was
car.
selling for $850, which is considered a reasonable value,
Back then,
though
$850?
slightly higher than the income of the average American worker. Ford's goal was to continue lowering. Dude, Ford, like, I mean,
Ford used to be cool.
he basically
He used
ran
to be
cars.
cool. What happened,
He
Ford?
ran cars
He used to
on
be
half
cool.
gas, half corn oil. And
Honestly,
shit.
if you
Yeah.
Like he actually made like the first like actually not like environmentally safe car.
You
It
till
just-
the land, you turn the
And
sun,
so
you
people were
fucking
just
know.
greedy and they decided to keep fracking and getting more gas and oil. It's just so it's like you're basically taking all the blood from the earth. Like it's just so dumb.
So basically,
did you know that Ford also funded the Nazi Party and sent as
I don't
much
care what he's
fuel
done. I'm
and
just saying-
vehicles that
I'm just
they
talking about his
needed?
thought that was
inventions. I'm not talking
Mercedes.
about his politics.
Well, they were a German company, but it was Volkswagen that was created by the Nazis.
I really can't separate that because I don't think he intentionally was like, oh yeah, I hate Jewish people. I think it just happened to be that the Nazis were around and they were doing a lot. They had very good.
They
They
had
actually-
other good things. going
Unfortunately,
for
they
them.
had very good doctors, very good physicists.
Well,
like
in
they were
general,
smart
in
people.
general,
Germans are smart
Germany
people.
produced like the height of medical technology and intellectual.
Yeah, but
like,
they
it's like
used
just
it
in
for evil. They
general.
used it for evil.
Well, that's why they're like
Yeah.
super nice and peaceful now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that,
Yeah,
but
for
okay.
I mean,
They can't go into a war. Like Germany can never go into war ever again.
Well, they don't need to because they're just
No, they literally can't because they did it already. Like they've
Have
ruined
you-
their chance to conquer anything.
Have you looked into the military technology? It's amazing the vehicles they make, and they're just cool with not fighting people.
I like Japanese cars. They
Japanese
last
like
forever.
I like Subaru, which I believe is now owned by a foreign entity.
I like
Subaru was
American
Japanese, I think.
Yeah, it was already a foreign.
Like
I thought
Lamborghini.
it was an Australian company at first,
Subaru?
and then it was bought.
It might be.
I mean,
I know that it's
either way, they're not
it's a-
American.
I know,
don't think
no, it's
they're-
definitely
yeah.
not. I know that they're like literally designed for mountain and desert terrain, and it's like one of the number one vehicles in like.
Yeah, I mean, when I went,
it's the number one vehicle.
they
in, like,
have
Minnesota.
really good. They have actually really good
Minnesota?
electronic cars.
so,
They have good
Minnesota.
electric cars. I went to the
It's either
auto show.
Minnesota
They
or
have really
Montana.
good-
It's like the number one vehicle on there.
What's up, kitty?
You could probably do top speeds in Montana.
I'm gonna buy fucking two goddamn Subarus. Apparently, Miss Kitty in the audience did not like that.
What, a Subaru Sidekick?
What? No, I'm gonna get a Subaru Forester from like the late '90s, early 2000s.
Why you want to get that old ass car?
Because it has a CD player. I don't have shit that's gonna beep at me constantly.
You can still put a
And-
CD player in a normal
And
car.
the engine is
You
wide
really
enough to
can.
where I can reach my arms into it and repair shit myself without having to go to a mechanic to lift out my engine to get to shit.
You're not gonna fix your car.
I used to work on my '99 Infiniti G20.
How many times you put that in the truck?
On that one, fuck no. That thing is built to where I gotta lift the engine out to get to half of the shit. It's fucking annoying, bro. You gotta the amount of shit you gotta crawl up it just to fucking get the oil filter. It's so
Really?
annoying. Yeah.
What do they charge you for watching?
I mean, my boy charges me like 25, 35 bucks.
That ain't bad.
No, it's not. But I want to get an old vehicle so I can do stuff on it myself and use it just for going to work and going back. And then I want to get a Crosstrek Subaru because they fucking still put CD players in those bitches. They're fucking fuel
What
efficient.
is that? What is that? Is that a puzzle?
It looks like a puzzle.
It's a battery.
Oh, the battery's dying.
I got maybe.
Oh,
We're
he-
dying.
He is so
Oh.
fucking smooth.
He's smart.
Oh, we
He's
died.
We need to get you different colored dry erase markers so you can do the red. You should just do that. Yeah, that's kind of what that means. So I guess I'm gonna need my hat.
Right. You said, oh, wait, the battery died. No, wait. We're dying.
Okay, no, we're good.
I love it. I fucking love it. Oh, shit.
You should come over. We should regularly practice you actually just throwing it on my head. Did he?
Wait, how did he go to? He threw it in here?
No, he just threw it and I caught it. We're doing the.
I mean, I
wrap-up.
thought we
Come on,
actually-
you've been on the show. Anyways, the battery on the fucking computer is dying. We're closing.
Sure
out.
it is.
Bye.
Thanks to our buddy Winkilla,
Ow!
returning guest.
I love it here.
It's great to see Ian back from Ghost Watch, even though he is losing bits of his soul. Maybe one day he'll get to possess. We'll find out. I believe he's going back to Ghost Watch next week, and so is Nate. I hope you gentlemen
Well, no,
survive.
my band has a gig next week. That's in reality. We can plug that.
It's just gonna be me and
Reception
Matthew
at
now.
Powerhouse
All right, so
on
he has a
27th.
ghost band where they're going to summon
Right.
demons.
Oh, yeah.
They're called Wicked Deception. See them Saturday.
You should come and we should live stream my show.
I might.
That would be cool.
Anyways, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on YouTube, follow us on pornhub.com/models/ not so late night live stream. Follow us on MySpace.
But don't follow us for
Follow
real
us
in
in
real
actual
life.
space.
I would love a stalker. What are you talking
Follow
about?
me
Please
down the
follow me.
street.
We want the hate mail. We want the stalkers. Yeah.
I would actually love hate mail for this
Yeah,
show.
I get hate mail sometimes.
Yeah,
from my
that'll give
podcast.
us image.
Yeah.
So like, stop doing this podcast, and I'm like, I don't care.
If I know what angers
That's
people,
what
I'll
they
know
say.
what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, stalk us. Don't stalk me though. But stalk us.
All right.
Wait. So that one was your fault.
That one was my-
Hey.
Yeah, if I know we can hook up 3 phones. Next time I want to use my phone as well. And
Yeah.
we can do that. And then
We
we can.
figured it out. When you switch to one camera, you mute it to the other one. So if you're using one at a time, you mute the other two and you use the one. that
So
you
you're
use.
switching the audio along with.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
makes so
that's-
much sense.
That's what production usually.
Yeah, because the camera on this
You
guy
have
is
to.
good. So
Yeah.
let's do that.
I
That
don't want
way.
to take these lights down.
So that way we can have multiple
There's an angle
shots.
that we had that was like kind of like Dutch angle like this, and it was kind of low, and so that's why he was like, "Is it like only hands?" Like I'm like, "Oh, you can see they're drunk." I just do it. That's okay. We had like the low light one, and then we had the middle one, and then I had the one that was like handheld. So it's fun to like fuck around with the camera.
So would I be able to record? Keep this?
It'll show up. I mean, I'll probably just. I think it's still in your email or your message. I sent it to you on Facebook, so you should be able to still revisit it. But I can send it to you